The perfect time for your Peru trip has come. So you're researching and planning how long to spend in Peru. Today, we are going to give you the perfect itinerary for a 7 to 10 day trip, which is the sweet spot. So Peru as a destination?
Very difficult to cover everything in 7 days, but we are going to focus on the highlights, and we are going to give you the perfect itinerary so you cover the coast, the Andes, and also the amazing jungle of Peru. So enjoy.
Lots of unique things to do. So I'm Sam, this is Lucas. We're from the Lima Gourmet Company, bringing you Lima's top food tours. And today we are going to give you the details of our ideal Peru itinerary.
So day one, you arrive either the night before. Most flights from Europe or North America arrive at night or early in the morning. So it allows you the very first day to explore Lima. Our recommendation is to start with a food tour. In the case of our food tour, we cover not just food, but also different districts of Lima. So we cover Barranco, we cover Miraflores, we cover San Isidro, and lots of culture, history along the way. So it's a perfect introduction for the rest of your trip. A lot of fun, a lot of good food from the get-go.
Kind of a crash course to Peru there, your first
Indeed,
day.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the afternoon, where you should head is to the historic center of Lima. There you're going to find the main square, so Plaza de Armas.
Beautiful.
You're also going to have within walking distance Plaza San Martin, very historic center. You can notice the architecture. Also, you have San Francisco Monastery, where you're going to find the catacombs of Lima, and you have the Cathedral of Lima, as well as the Presidential Palace. So really a hot spot of culture, tradition, right in the center of Lima in the afternoon.
And in the evening, what are we gonna eat?
We plan all of our trips around food, clearly.
Every meal matters. So we are in the coast, we are next to the Pacific Ocean, so you have to take advantage of the fresh seafood and concentrate on a type of cuisine called Nikkei, which is the Peruvian-Japanese fusion. 3 recommendations: if you can get a table at Maido, consistently one of the top 10 restaurants in the world, do it. Another really good option is Osaka or Tomo in the district of Miraflores. So you would be very happy at the end of day one.
Day one complete. Day two, all right, you are going to fly directly from Lima to Cusco. You want to take advantage and get one of those morning flights. That way you can take the morning easy once you get there, because you want to give yourself time to acclimate to the high altitudes, so you're feeling great for the rest of your trip in the Andes.
You're going to feel the altitude. No matter how fit you are, you're going to feel it. So take it easy. A tip is to drink coca tea. It's a tea made from coca leaves from the region. It helps digest better, so you will feel better. Another tip is to have a light lunch and don't drink too much alcohol on day 2.
No, wait. Cusco. Where are we gonna eat?
Where are we gonna eat? Very, very important question. I recommend, there are loads of restaurants, different types of budget, so you'll find anything you want in Cusco. One of the oldest, most consolidated is called Chicholina. People love it. I'm sure you will too. It would be a very nice introduction to Cusco gastronomy.
Absolutely. Now that we're feeling a little bit better, in the afternoon, you want to take advantage of the day, head straight north, right outside the city of Cusco, to the 15th century Incan citadel of Sacsayhuaman. Sacsayhuaman. And for dinner?
What are we gonna eat? Cusco at night is beautiful, so walk to Uchu Peruvian steakhouse and be a bit adventurous and try alpaca. You'll be amazed how good alpaca meat is. There are other options as well, but you will love Cusco in the evenings.
Day 3 has arrived, and we are going to head out of Cusco down into the valley, the Sacred Valley to be exact. This is where you're going to head towards Maras and Moray. So at Maras, you're going to find the pink salt flats that are right there, that are cultivated right on the hillside. And then very close to that, you'll be able to find the archaeological complex of Moray. So again, related to the Incans, this time it's going to have a very strong tie to agriculture. And this is where we open up the all-important question once again.
Where are we going to eat? And it is, Moray is magical, and there is like the restaurant of Virgilio Martinez is there, called Mil Centro. Virgilio Martinez was named the top chef in the world a couple of years ago, and his restaurant Central was named #1 in the world last year, 2023. So he has a restaurant in Moray called Meal Center that is like a lab. They experiment with ingredients from the area, and it's just a fantastic experience. Book ahead of time. In fact, anything that you want to do in Peru, just book ahead of time. That would be a very important tip. As soon as you have your tickets, just book everything.
Another idea is that when you're evaluating the different passes to get into different archaeological sites, consider purchasing a multi-day pass so you can get into several of the archaeological sites there while you're there for multiple days. So after lunch, hit the road again, and you're only about half an hour, 40 minutes away from Ollantaytambo, which you are going to find an incredible Incan fortress there, built into different styles. So this is just adding onto the cultural base that you're already building while you are in Peru. So Ollantaytambo. Another tip is if you want to read, pick up some literature before you come. The book, The Last Days of the Incas by Kim McQuarrie, gives really interesting insight into the conquest and also the development, Peruvian society, the Incan Empire, and kind of puts it into perspective so you know where you are standing.
Indeed. And then you have two options really. You can stay in Ollantaytambo for the night. There's this amazing hotel called Sky Lodge. Is it Sky Lodge?
Yeah.
I got it right. Sky Lodge. Or you can go directly. There are trains that take you from Ollantaytambo to Machu Picchu town, Machu Picchu Pueblo, where you have like loads of hotels, restaurants, and you would be waking up in Machu Picchu town the following day, and from there you can take just a bus to Machu Picchu, so you don't have to wake up super early as if you were departing from Cusco. So that's another good tip, I think.
With that, day 3 is complete.
It is.
Day 4, the crown jewel of Peru. What you've been waiting for, Machu Picchu. So today's going to be centered completely around Machu Picchu. Get out in the morning, get up to get the best views of the site. It really is spectacular. And after Machu Picchu, I mean, what else can we do? So much.
Like eating. Where are we gonna eat? In Machu Picchu town, you have like loads of restaurants by the river. We recommend that you choose one close to the train station, and then after lunch you head back to Cusco, relax a little bit, put your photos of Machu Picchu on Instagram, and then walk to the lovely neighborhood of San Blas in Cusco, right behind the cathedral. And there's a restaurant called Piedra y Sal that has like excellent food, but there are other options as well, like gastropubs if you just want to have a few drinks and enjoy the view from San Blas. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Day 5, we are going to be entering the Amazon.
The jungle.
The jungle. So today you are going to make it from Cusco. There are direct flights to Puerto Maldonado. Even if not, you can get there in a couple hours, so it puts you there right after midday. From there, you can take a riverboat, depending on where you are staying, to get to your lodge, to check in, and to really get immersed in the jungle.
And what are we gonna eat? The gastronomy of the jungle is completely different to the one of the rest of Peru, and I could not give you like a specific restaurant recommendation because it would depend on where you're going to be staying, where your lodge is located. But I'll give you some dishes that you cannot miss. Like for instance, you have to try paiche. Paiche is a fantastic fish from the Amazon. It's the largest freshwater fish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fantastic. You have to try also juanes and tacachos that are like typical dishes from the region, and cecina, which is like
my favorite.
I'm not gonna even talk more about that. Just
Look
try
at
it.
cecina.
And that would be the end of day 5. Are we in
It
day 5?
is. We are already. Day 6, we are going to get into those Amazon vibes. So what we recommend is in the morning taking a guided jungle trek. That way you can get to know more, really immerse yourself in the knowledge of the flora and the fauna along these treks and really experience being there.
It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be humid, so pack for that.
Great tip.
Mosquito repellent and
Yes.
all that. You are gonna be in the middle of the jungle, but it's well worth it. After lunch, after relaxing in the pool a little bit, you can go and take a boat and visit some of the local communities and see the traditions, how they live, how they do things. It's a fantastic experience, and then head back to your hotel and have like a relaxed evening and just like hear the sounds of the jungle. It's such a unique experience.
Day 7, our last day. We are going to make it back to the coast so you can catch your international flight home.
Depending on the time of your flight, if you have like a few hours in Lima, one tip would be to go to Larco Museum. It's much more than a museum. Again, explains what Peru really represents in the world. The place is beautiful. The restaurant is also fantastic. So you could have lunch there in the nice terrace. And in the evening, I don't know.
Well, if you have, most of the flights head out after midnight. And if you haven't taken a food tour already, we also run an evening food tour. So in that, if you haven't taken it at the beginning of your trip, it's the perfect way to summarize all the flavors, all the culture, all that knowledge, bring it together and add a couple more layers to it. So you really have a nice close to your Peru trip.
So in conclusion, you'll be flying back home having seen the top of some of the top places in Peru, the coast, the Andes, the jungle. You've eaten like a king. So it's gonna be a fantastic trip.
And if you found any of these tips helpful, like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Peru travel tips.
Have fun, see you in Lima.